Hey people, so I'm here tonight. I just got off work. I'm going to do a little bit of a sort of Italian thing with Tabitha Brown. I believe it's portobello, mushroom, raviolis that I have left over from opening the package yesterday. I can only do 5 raviolis at a time just because of my blood sugar, but I got vegan pesto, and I got nutritional yeast. I also have some Roma tomatoes, and I have some vegetables. And I'm going to show you how I do this, because what I like to do is I like to actually steam my ravioli and my vegetables, have that going without having to attend to it, and then cook. Oh, I also have some Tabitha Brown sausages. I think it's the mango sausages. Of course, I don't have the packages anymore because I threw it out, but they're delicious. These sausages are to die for. You have to try the Tabitha Brown sausages. All of this is vegan, by the way. So I am going to go ahead and get started. Here I have a bunch of appliances and things, and unfortunately it's in my living room. That's how it goes sometimes in a small space. Here's my steamer. You can do more with a steamer than just rice, okay? So keep that in mind. It's very handy for people who have a busy lifestyle. I hardly have any space. I have some empty cups over here that need to be washed, okay? And then, so you plug it in like that. And this right here means that it is not cooking yet, but this right here means it's going to start boiling and cooking and steaming. So this is my steamer bowl. It has a little bit of water left on it from air drying. You don't ever want water going in here, though. Keep that in mind. It's like dropping your hair dryer in the in the bathtub. I'm going to just put a couple of cups of water. I always use filtered water. A couple of cups of water in here so that the steamer can start working. And then here's my steamer tray or steamer bowl, whatever you want to call it. I mean, this is the bowl. I guess this is the tray then. Okay, and so I'm going to put that right here, and then I'm going to grab my raviolis. See, I did half of them yesterday. I'm going to do half of them today. Well, some people say that it's impossible to save half of your raviolis. You have to eat the whole package, but I cannot because of my blood sugar. So these are the Portobello raviolis from Tabitha Brown. You can buy them at Target. I have broccoli and I have spinach. Okay. So I've already put the water in here so it can steam. I'm going to put some broccoli. This has already been cleaned. This broccoli has been cleaned. So, you know, about a cup and a half of broccoli. And then here's just some spinach, and this has also been cleaned. So I'm going to put a good heaping amount of spinach. And this is all low carb, and I'm doing it this way so it's filling and so that I get the nutrition that I need. And then I'm going to put my raviolis on top. And you're going to call me crazy, but this is just the simplest way to make a pasta dish, okay? And it's all going to be cooked and hot and ready to go soon. And meanwhile, I can start cooking the sausages. Just one sausage. I'll just do one sausage. Okay. So this is my lid to my steamer, and I'm just going to put all this there, and I'm going to flip it on, and it's going to start working. Okay. I'm going to get started with the sausages. So here's my pan, and you know, some people say you have to use, you know, a frying pan, not like a soup pan or something like that. I don't really care about this pan or that pan or what knife or whatever utensil, as long as it works. That works for me. And then I'm going to spray it down with this Good and Gather avocado oil cooking spray. This is just avocado oil, and it doesn't even have that nasty propellant or anything ingredient in there, no chemicals. So I just did a good spraying of avocado oil, and then I'm going to, here are my sausages, my Tabitha Brown sausages. So as you can see, we're getting real steamy and delicious in here, and it's starting to brown a lot. Okay, it's starting to brown a lot. So I'm going to add a little bit of EVOO, as the chefs say. This is just Good and Gather. It's a really good, flavorful olive oil from Target. And, you know, I'm going to be pretty liberal with that because I keep losing weight. And, you know, I'm happy about it. And I don't need to be fat phobic anymore, because I figured out that my problems were that I was consuming too many carbs, too much sugar. And I'm going to turn this down to low. And I'm going to add nutritional yeast. This was the cheaper of the options at Martin's. This is Frontier Co-op. I don't think I've even tried theirs before. Premium nutritional yeast. Good source of B vitamins, B1, B2, B6, B12. Gluten-free, non-GMO, non-ETO. What's non-ETO? I don't know. Non-irradiated. I'm not sure what that does, but it is vegan, and it's a cheesy alternative. If you don't know, with nutritional yeast, you can sometimes put too much. So this side has a shaker side, and this side has just a spoon side. I'm just going to try not put too much. But as you can see, I put enough that it's going to have a really good flavor. And this is just going to make that pesto, with the nutritional yeast, it's going to be ridiculous. It's going to taste so good. Okay? And so I'm going to put the lid back on that for a few minutes. And then take a look over here at our steaming ravioli and vegetables. Okay, it's steaming, but the steam isn't coming out, it's just getting warm. Here is my vegan pesto. I just found this at Martin's. And then this is a brand new brand, Divina. I've never heard of this brand. It is nut-free, and it has Genovese basil. Ingredients are DOP, Genovese basil, sunflower oil, pumpkin seeds, yeast extract, sea salt, garlic powder, lactic acid. That would be vegan lactic acid if they're claiming they're vegan. Lactic acid is actually not usually vegan. Ascorbic acid as an antioxidant, and citric acid, which citric acid would serve as sort of a preservative, and you're supposed to refrigerate after opening. Look at that. Gorge. I'm going to mix this up real quick. Oh, it's super thick. I'm going to mix this up, and then I'm going to add a couple of these spoonfuls. Maybe that's too much. Yeah, probably that much. Ooh, how many carbs? Ooh, 15 grams of carbs for 1/4 of a cup. Okay, so I didn't overdo it. Okay, so I watch carbs because of my blood sugar. Carbs turn to sugars really quickly in your bloodstream, and I have trouble balancing my blood sugar. I'm going to stir this up a little bit, kind of get some of this good stuff off the bottom of the pan that's starting to heat up there, and it's getting to the point where it is a little bit stuck on the bottom, even though I put all this oil. So I'm just loosening that up from the sausage. I'm going to take a little bit of a taste because the sausage is fully cooked here. Let me see. Ooh, that is going to be so delicious. Put the pan lid back on. The steaming is going to take quite some time over here. For now, I'm just going to let this steam, and I'm turning the heat off of the sauce, and we're just going to let this steam until it's ready. Okay, let's take a look at our steamer over here. Okay. Steamer is looking good. I think we're done. I'm just going to check in here real quick. I'm going to move the raviolis and see how this is looking. Yep. It's very tender. The broccoli should be very tender. Not too tender where it's just going to be mushy, you know. But we're done. And you'll notice that if you just steam things with this and don't do rice or lentils or any type of thing inside of the steamer bowl, if you just steam on top, then it's not going to automatically end because you put a lot of water in there. All right, so I'm going to pull the plug, and then I'm going to push this back just a bit because I have some tomatoes. These are just Roma tomatoes from Target. These are actually a really good deal. They aren't organic, but they're really tasty, and they are only like maybe $2 for that whole bag of 4. So I'm going to rinse my tomato, and I'm going to cut that up real quick. Cut that end off. I think I'm going to use the whole tomato because I love tomatoes. Don't get your fingers in there. It doesn't matter how pretty the cut is on these tomatoes, I think, as long as we get them sort of bite size. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to very carefully, let's move this real quick. I'm going to take my bowl and I'm going to remove the steamer, and that's going to be really hot, and I have no room. I'm going to put that right there and balance it because I'm always doing a balancing act. And don't get yourself burned by the steam. And this is how it looks out of the steamer, and I'm just going to put this in the bowl like so. And it kind of gets stuck together, but it's all food and you're just going to eat it anyway. Okay, and you don't want to scrape your appliances with the metal utensils very much because it'll ruin them. Okay, and then just scoop this out. So I like the raviolis to be on top. And then I'm going to take this cutting board and I'm going to scrape these tomatoes on top of the raviolis, just like this. And I'm going to warm up the pesto real quick, just for a second. And I'm going to put cheese Now, call me crazy, okay, for using Mexican cheese in an Italian dish, okay? It's totally controversial, I know, but it can be done. And this cheese, if it doesn't like have Mexican like chili in it or anything like that, it's just kind of a shredded Mexican vibe. Let's see, does it even have any? It doesn't even have any spices. This on top. Okay, and we're already starting to fill up our bowl a lot here. So it's going to start, so things are going to start falling off the side if we're not careful. Let's check on our sausage. It smells so good.